Hello again, lockpicking Paul here, and in my left hand I have a tubular lock, and in my right a Covert Companion, which is a collection of bypass tools, and there is nothing in here for picking this. But we're not going to let that stop us, so I am going to use a Covert Companion to pick a tubular lock, and I am choosing to make life as difficult for myself as possible. Also, this is not an easy tubular lock. It's an 8-pin cam lock, really nice quality. It does give good clicky feedback, but it's a finicky little swine and it likes a lot of variable tension, and so that makes life with imperfect tools that much more difficult. But I thought, if you're gonna pick a lock with something like the Covert Companion and prove a point, if that's what this is a bit of a science project to prove it can be done, you want to pick something a little bit more difficult than one of those cheap pieces of junk you find on Far Eastern products. So yeah, going to go for quality, and we're going to see if we can get it done. So I'm going to get this set up and focus the device, and I'll be back in a moment. Right then, so I've taken the tensioners out, and I've got the pointy stabby thing, as McNally says in his videos. It's used for driving the actuator on padlocks, but actually it makes a pretty good tubular probe. Then what we have to do is we've got to find the combination of the tension wrenches that will fit in this lock. Now in this particular case I already know it's the 32 and the 40 thou. I need to get the short end, put them together. I generally put the thinner pick on the inside, makes it a bit more stable, and then what you're looking to do is press it into that gap at the top of the lock, and you really want it as tight as possible. In this particular case they will just sit there, which is handy. Now this particular lock is very finicky with tension. Definitely not an easy lock to pick. So I'm going to start off on light tension, and it will need to be varied a lot through the picking from my experience. And obviously, and it's also, this particular lock, you can overset it quite easily, so don't overdo it is the watchword. Oh, I'm going to have to start again. I just lost grip. That's the only other thing, is you can't really brace the vise terribly easily. I need to crank up the tension a bit now. Slipped off the pin. Right, getting some good core movement now. A bit more core movement. It's definitely a much slower way to pick tubular locks doing it this way. I wouldn't do it if I didn't have to. That's for certain. I think we're nearly there. Those two are set. What about number 1 set? I think 8 is set. 7. Yeah, 6. Oh, really close. Yeah, that's dropped. That dropped. Come on, what are you waiting for? Come back. I wonder if 8's been a bit of a red herring this whole time. It's for one pin, I really can't see. No, it feels set. Ah, too much tension, no wonder. Blimey, that was a bit of an epic pick, that. So there you have it. You can pick a tubular lock with just the Covert Companion. Would you choose to do it? No. No, you wouldn't, because that is considerably harder than using a dedicated tensioner, and definitely this. I didn't realise how much feedback you get from a simple metal probe as opposed to a whopping great big thing in your hand. This is easy to manoeuvre, but you really lose something in the feedback, especially with the pins, but just a gentle push. But anyway, it can be done. So science project completed. I hope you found that was interesting, and if you feel like giving it a go, leave yourself a bit of time. That's it. Enjoy your picking. Cheers.